I think this is actually within our anticipation. This actually is a very, very reasonable number, even though it's a record high, and a lot of people feel very surprised how China, as such a giant economy, can achieve such a huge and high-speed growth in the first quarter of this new year after the COVID-19. Well, one reason is that there is always a very, very deep and a sharp V shape of the rebound after major natural disasters or other events. For example, in 2003, China encountered the SARS pandemic. And after the SARS pandemic, the economy also showed a very, very strong V-shaped type of rebound. And the same situation happened after the 2008 Wenchuan earthquake, and the whole GDP in China and the consumption went up a lot. And there's another reason plus to that is the world suspension of the production. China has been one of the first batch of countries recovered from the COVID-19, but meanwhile, the rest of the world somehow are still within the pandemic. A lot of factories remain not open, and we see a lot of, shops not open, restaurants still suspending. So in that kind of situation, China showed the responsibility to provide a lot of services and the products for the rest of the world, helping the other country get out of the situation. So those two factors plus together, and also as you mentioned, we have a Spring Festival. So it shows up a very strong rebound of the economy. And also for the sustainability, let me share with you one of the fun effects. Actually, to my knowledge, this 18% of the growth is actually not the real number. Actually, the real number is much higher than that. Well, the rough anticipation is probably about 21% or 20%. But still, we try to hold up to the numbers because certain GDP numbers, certain counts probably will extend it to the second quarter or even third quarter. So we didn't count in those kind of the lasting effect of the GDP growth. And probably you're going to see the numbers popping out in the next two reports, in the quarter two and quarter three. So yes, to my knowledge, my answer is yes. This growth will still continue for some time, soon.
So let's break down that number a little bit. Are you happy about the balance between industrial activity and consumption, and also the service industry?
Yes, we're seeing that the service industry actually showed a very, very strong growth. So this is one of the important reasons, as I mentioned, in the V-shaped rebound. Because of COVID-19 suspended mostly the service sector, like the restaurant, like the bar, like the club, with the social activities happening. And after the COVID-19, people like revenging consumption. The people cannot wait going to the shopping mall, going to the sauna, going to the club, and this just rebounded very soon. But also, if you take a look at the industrial growth number, it's only 14%. Well, anticipatedly, it's 18%, but actually it's only 14%. That is also very reasonable. It's because actually Chinese industrial increase started actually from the early last year, because after the May of last year, China has basically come out of the COVID-19 pandemic. So factories has basically 90% back online and providing for the rest of the world. So actually, since last year, the growth of industry has already seen a very large base number. And this year, even though we grow largely a lot, but still, the speed compared to the big base number will be not that surprising. So actually, I think this is very reasonable growth.